Hello, everyone. Welcome to Development Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis, coming to you from the Ventura Cigar Company studio. With me today is Seth Geis and John McTavish. How you guys doing this evening?
Good, man.
Today I'm living the dream.
All right. So today we are talking about the Black Label Trading Company Last Rites Viaticum. Cigar is a Robusto Extra 5-inch by 54 ring gauge. Comes out of the Fabrica Oveja Negra factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper is Ecuadorian Maduro. Binder is Honduran Habano. And the filter is from Nicaragua and Honduras. It is blended by James Brown. The price point is $15, and the cigar is released in November of 2019. So with all that out of the way,
Hold,
Seth,
hold up. Hold
what?
up. Did you say it was $15?
$15 is my understanding, yes.
Okay.
All right,
Wait a minute.
Seth.
The
Yes.
Viaticum.
Yes.
That's $15.
$15.
That's a little outside the normal pricing scheme.
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to just do a double check, but go ahead, Seth. You can tell us what your overall experience was like.
I'm shocked about the price. I'm sorry. This is, I think, I don't smoke a lot of Black Label stuff, but from what I have, this kind of just fits really in line with a lot of Black Label stuff, in my opinion. It's really full body, full strength, really dark flavors. They're rich, they're filling, but at the same time, because of how they are, I think they're balancing the strength out a little bit. I mean, you're still getting tons of strength, but the flavors just kind of match it so well that it's not like killing you. It's very filling. It's not my cup of tea, but it's not bad by any means. But I did find that the construction and draw were fantastic on it. So what about you, John?
Well, if it's not Seth's cup of tea, it's got to be mine. No, I agree with you, Seth. I think James is unapologetically blends strong cigars, but not strength for the sake of strength. I think there's a lot of really intense flavors going on. I actually thought this was maybe a little dialed back from some of the other more intense cigars that they've blended in the past. So I kind of was going into it expecting it to be a palate powerhouse, and is maybe medium fullish. I think the strength of it was definitely hitting the full mark at many points. And like you said, it's got a lot of that dark toasted qualities, espresso, baking spices, cocoa, a little bit of creamy molasses. There's a lot of flavor combinations. Curiously, last third was a little of a letdown. It wasn't bad. I just felt like it was cedar and baking spices. It was okay, but after you had the sort of dark intensity of the first and second third, that last third just kind of, hefty, wimpy, a little bit of that going on. And I don't know what happened. So I had real struggles with the construction on this, and that's unusual for a Black Label Trading Company product. So I think I'm going to just say this is probably an outlier. I was smoking this in decent weather back in the day. But I had uneven burn, a canoe which required a touch up, another touch up, and then a relight, and then a second relight. So I don't know what that's all about. And I had a bit of an open draw, which I think lent to a little bit of a faster smoking time. But you'd think with an open draw, I wouldn't have relight issues. So really not sure what's going on, especially if Seth had a perfect construction. So Aaron, what was your experience like?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with wood, mustiness, dark earth, and baking spice. As it progressed, the wood and the mustiness took the lead, with the other flavors kind of moving to the background. A slight sourness kind of joined in for most of the second third, and the cigar finished with mostly musty wood. I really enjoyed the first inch of the Black Label Trading Company Last Rites Viaticum, but then things kind of dropped down a level the rest of the way. Really hoping for that introduction kind of to last a little bit longer. I'd have no problem smoking this again, but I think the price point is going to put a damper on that. But fans of the brand, I think they're gonna find a cigar here that they like. I mean, it's nothing too far off.
Aaron, what was the wrapper on this? I'm just trying to understand why this was $15. I'm just kind of really surprised.
Maduro. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
No, that shouldn't jack it up to $15.
It's not an expensive wrapper. That's weird because normally they've been really good about keeping their price down.
Yeah.
So
this price is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also had a loose draw on this. I had to kind of temper my draws a bit to try not to overheat this cigar. So I thought that was a bit interesting as well. So getting the scores, start at the top with you, John, at 6.52. I was next at 5.70, and then Seth right behind me at 5.65. So,
Ooh.
John, 6.52.
I mean, hey man, I think my flavor profile is pretty locked down. I like that dark and toasted. That's kind of my jam. I mean, I like Connecticut's too, but dark and toasted is my sweet spot. So 652. I mean, it tells you how good it was if it had a lot of construction issues and it still hit 652. It's a shame for the construction issues because I feel like this might have hit just about 7.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
So 5.7 for me is a good match. I mean, it was a slightly above average flavor profile. Construction was okay. I mean, the burn was pretty good, just a little bit of waviness, but that draw was kind of a little bit too loose for my liking. Kind of when I have to, pay attention to the draw, it's not my thing. All right, Seth, 5.65.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the flavor profile was just kind of one-dimensional throughout. It wasn't bad, but there was not much complexity in transitioning. But I had good construction, and my draw was actually fantastic on it. So that really helped it out. Lines up.
All right, perfect. Any other final thoughts on this one, other than the price point? All right. If you just catch this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. We'll check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalates.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.